Artificial Intelligence Data Literacy. Overview. Learning objectives. By the end of this unit, you will be able to the difference between data and information, types of data, applications of data in real-life domains like healthcare, sports, and education, ethical considerations including privacy and data security in AI, methods for acquiring, cleaning, and processing data, techniques for interpreting data to support decisions, visualizing data using tools such as Tableau and Google Sheets. Basics of data literacy. Introduction to data literacy. Data is everywhere around us. When you check your school timetable online, track your steps on a fitness app, or see how many people liked your photo, on Instagram you are interacting with data. Even your bus arrival time on an app is based on real-time data. Data literacy means being able to understand, interpret, and use this data in a meaningful way. It's about asking questions like, where did this data come from? Is this data reliable? What is this data trying to tell me? For example, if your smartwatch shows your heart rate and sleep hours daily, you can analyze it to understand your health better and take action, like sleeping earlier or drinking more water. Why is data literacy important? Being data literate helps you make better decisions in real life. For instance, when you read a news article about pollution levels rising in your city, you can cross-check it using real-time data on the Suffer app or Central Pollution Control Board website. In the future, almost every career, whether it's in medicine, sports, engineering, or business, will use data. Example: a sports coach uses player performance data to decide team strategy, and a doctor uses patient data to decide treatments. So, learning to work with data now prepares you for jobs of tomorrow. When data is organized and connected logically, it becomes information. For instance, 75, 80, 82 are just numbers. But when labeled as your science marks over 3 exams, it becomes useful information. Quantitative data. This type of data uses numbers. For example, the temperature today is 36 degrees Celsius. You slept 7 hours last night. Your video got 1000 views. Qualitative data. This type describes qualities or categories. For example, your feedback on an online class, very helpful and easy to understand. Patient condition in a hospital, mild symptoms or severe. Survey result, do you like online classes? Yes or no? Impact of data literacy. Data literacy empowers individuals to make informed decisions and think critically. Data literacy goes beyond reading charts or numbers. It's about using data to think clearly, solve problems, and make smart choices. Whether you are choosing a mobile recharge plan, understanding pollution levels from AQI apps, or checking electricity usage in your home, data literacy helps you make better decisions. In today's world filled with social media posts and online information, it's important to understand the difference between misinformation and disinformation. For example, during elections, people may forward messages on WhatsApp about a party's performance. Being data literate helps you check the facts from trusted sources like the Election Commission or verified news apps. Individual impact. Informed decision-making. Suppose you are comparing mobile data plans from Jio, Airtel, and Vi. By reading the data on daily limits, validity, and price, you can choose the best plan for your needs. Career advancement. From Swiggy to hospitals to banks, every company now uses data. Suppose you're working for a local store, knowing how to read customer buying patterns can help you suggest better products and increase sales. Critical thinking and problem solving. Imagine you read a viral news post claiming that a popular food item is banned. A data literate person would cross-check this with government websites like FSSAI or PIB Fact Check. Civic engagement. When a city releases data on dengue cases, people in that area can raise awareness and start cleanliness drives. Societal impact. Economic growth. Big businesses like Amazon, Flipkart, and Zomato use customer data to suggest products or dishes you might like. Education and workforce development. Schools that teach students how to read graphs or create digital dashboards are preparing them for future jobs. Healthcare improvements. Hospitals now use patient data to decide personalized treatment, such as using oxygen levels and age data to prioritize care during emergencies. Social equity and justice. NGOs in India use data from government sites like data.gov.in to study gaps in girl education or rural employment. With this information, they can demand better policies or start awareness campaigns in specific regions. Environmental sustainability. Data from weather apps can help farmers plan irrigation or help schools conduct climate awareness projects using real rainfall and temperature data. Challenges and future directions. Even with its benefits, some barriers remain. Access for all. Many rural areas lack internet or digital tools. Providing affordable internet and digital devices can help bridge the gap. Ethics and privacy. People need to understand how their data is being used. For example, knowing how an app collects your location or browsing history is important. Learning for life. Since technology changes fast, continuous learning is essential. Schools should promote digital clubs or projects using open data sources like Kaggle or Google Dataset Search. Future directions of data literacy. Expanding digital infrastructure so that rural and underprivileged communities can also learn data skills. Including data ethics and privacy education in school curriculums to teach safe and responsible data use from an early age. Creating flexible and ongoing learning opportunities such as online courses, workshops, and mobile apps to help people upgrade their skills anytime and anywhere. How to become data literate. Being data literate means having the ability to read, understand, analyze, and use data effectively in everyday life. Whether you're a student, teacher, farmer, doctor, housewife, or scientist, data literacy helps you make smarter decisions based on facts and figures. For example, a housewife checks prices of groceries over time to manage the monthly budget. A space scientist studies data sent by a moon lander to understand the lunar surface. This shows that data literacy is important for everyone, not just professionals or experts. Key components of data literacy. To become data literate, you need to develop the following skills: reading and understanding data. Learn how to read data from tables, graphs, and charts. Asking the right questions. Being curious is important. Learn to ask questions like, what does this data tell me? Where did it come from? Is it reliable? Data collection. Understand how to gather data from different sources like surveys, websites, sensors, or mobile apps. Data analysis and interpretation. Learn how to compare and analyze data to find patterns or trends. This helps in drawing useful conclusions. Data visualization. Learn how to present data using graphs, charts, or infographics to make it easier to understand. Ethical use of data. Always handle data responsibly. Don't share others' personal information without permission, and respect privacy and accuracy. Steps to become data literate. Start small. Begin with simple data tasks like reading a chart in the newspaper or using a budgeting app. Practice regularly. Try collecting and organizing small sets of data. Use tools. Learn to use simple tools like spreadsheets or no-code platforms. Stay curious. Ask questions and try to find answers using data. Take part in projects. Work on small projects at school or home that involve collecting and analyzing data. Data security means keeping data safe from people who should not access it. It protects data from being stolen, changed, or destroyed by unauthorized users. Privacy means controlling who can see or use your personal information. It ensures that your private data is only shared with people or systems you trust. Example in AI online shopping apps. When you use an online shopping app, it tracks your preferences, like the products you search for or buy. This data helps the app recommend products you might like. If this data is not secure, hackers might steal it and misuse it. If your privacy is not respected, the app might share your personal data without your permission. So, in AI systems like these apps, both data security and privacy are very important to protect users and build trust. Why is data security important? In today's digital world, we share a lot of personal data like names, phone numbers, passwords, photos, and payment information. If this data falls into the wrong hands, it can be misused for identity theft, fraud, or hacking. How is data secured? Passwords and PINs. Only people with the correct password can access your data. Encryption. Data is scrambled into a secret code when it is stored or sent. Firewalls. These act like security guards, blocking harmful internet traffic. Two-factor authentication adds an extra step to verify identity when logging in. Regular updates. Software updates fix bugs and improve security features. Connection to AI, data privacy and security. Artificial intelligence learns by studying large amounts of data, including your personal habits, voice, photos, shopping patterns, and more. This means AI depends on data, but it also means that data privacy and security become very important. Ethical data use in AI. Responsible AI systems must collect data with your permission. Should only collect the data they need. Must protect data from being accessed or misused. How AI can breach your privacy. Collecting too much personal data. Some AI systems collect more data than necessary. For example, a fitness tracker might collect your heart rate, sleep cycles, and even location data. If this data is stored without strong protection, it can be misused. Predicting personal details. AI systems can guess private details based on your online behavior. For example, based on your purchases on medicine ordering apps, AI may figure out if you have diabetes or anxiety. This prediction might be shared with advertisers, leading to targeted ads you didn't ask for, revealing things you never wanted to share. Sharing without consent. Imagine you share your phone number with an app like Truecaller for verification, but it sells your number to other companies who start sending spam messages. This is a clear violation of data privacy. Use strong passwords. Mix of capital or small letters, numbers, symbols. Example. Enable two-factor authentication. Adds an extra step after password. Be careful online. Don't share personal info like phone, address, school. Fill forms only on trusted sites. Update software regularly. Keeps your device safe from bugs and hackers. Use privacy settings. Limit who sees your posts or profile on social media. Avoid phishing scams. Don't click on suspicious links or share OTPs. Always verify the sender. Lock your devices. Use PIN, fingerprint, or face lock. Install antivirus software. Use safe internet connections. Look for HTTPS and lock symbol in websites. Use VPN on public Wi-Fi. Check app permissions. Allow only necessary permissions. Backup your data. Save important files on cloud or external drive. Acquiring data, processing and interpreting data. Types of data. In artificial intelligence, data is like fuel for intelligent machines. To make decisions or predictions, AI systems need different kinds of data. Data is divided into two types: quantitative data, qualitative data. Quantitative data. Quantitative data is all about numbers. This includes anything that can be measured or counted. For example, when Indian Railways records the number of passengers on a train from Delhi to Chennai, that's quantitative data. This type of data is further divided into two types. Continuous data includes values that can change over time and can be measured with precision. Example: the air quality index in Delhi throughout the day. These numbers can include decimal points like 35.7 degrees Celsius or 168.5 AQI. Discrete data includes values that can be counted as whole numbers. Example: the number of buses running between two cities, the number of SIM cards sold by company in a week. These are specific numbers and do not include fractions. Qualitative data. Qualitative data, on the other hand, is descriptive and not numerical. It includes text or categories. For example, In a food delivery app like Zomato, customer reviews and food categories like veg or non-veg are examples of qualitative data. Data acquisition. Data acquisition means the process of collecting or gathering data needed to train and build AI models. Think of data as the fuel that powers artificial intelligence. Without data, AI cannot learn or make smart decisions. Data is gathered through surveys, sensors, online forms, and social media. To create intelligent machines, AI systems need lots of data. This data helps AI understand patterns, make predictions, and solve problems. But before AI can do all that, it needs the right kind of data acquisition. How does data acquisition work? The process of acquiring data usually includes three main steps. Finding suitable data sets. First, we search for data that fits the problem we want to solve. For example, if we want to build an AI that recognizes flowers, we need pictures of different types of flowers. Collecting data. Next, we gather the data from various sources like websites, sensors, surveys, or databases. Cleaning and organizing data. Finally, we prepare the data by removing errors, filling missing values, and organizing it so AI models can use it easily. Best practices for acquiring data. When collecting data for AI, it's important to know what makes data good or bad. Good data helps AI learn well, while bad data can cause problems. Good data. Well-structured. Data is organized in tables or clear formats. Bad data. Scattered. Data is unorganized or randomly placed. Accurate. Information is correct and verified. Incorrect values. Data has mistakes or false information. Consistent. Same type of values follow the same format throughout. Missing or duplicate values. Some data is repeated or missing. Cleanly presented. No unnecessary symbols, errors, or missing parts. Poorly presented. Hard to read or understand. Relevant. The data matches the purpose of the AI model. Irrelevant. The data is not related to the goal or topic. Ethical guidelines for data use. When collecting data, we must follow some important ethical rules. Avoid bias. Make sure data doesn't favor one group unfairly. Get consent. Always ask permission before collecting personal data, like names or phone numbers. Be transparent. Explain clearly how the data will be used. If a health app collects your data, it should tell you why. Protect privacy. Keep people's identity hidden when sharing data, just like protecting your private messages. Be accountable. If something goes wrong with AI, someone must take responsibility and fix it. Features of data and data preprocessing. When we collect data, it often comes in a raw and messy form. This raw data cannot be directly used to train AI models. So, we must prepare it first. This process is called data preprocessing. It involves cleaning, organizing, and modifying the data to make it usable for AI systems. Steps in data preprocessing. Cleaning. Removing duplicate entries. Fixing errors or incorrect values. Filling in missing data. Augmentation. Creating new versions of existing data to increase variety. Example. Flipping or rotating images for better AI training. Validation. Checking that the data is accurate and reflects real-world conditions. Key features of data. Structure. Structured data is well organized and easy to work with. Example. Data in a table format with rows and columns, like a student mark sheet. Cleanliness. Clean data has no errors, no missing values, and no duplicates. Example. If a student's test score is missing or their name appears twice, it is cleaned or corrected. Accuracy. Accurate data shows the correct information that matches the real world. Example. Measuring the height of a plant and noting it has 50 centimeters only if it's truly that height. Data processing and interpretation. Processing transforms raw data into useful formats, like converting a text file into a table. Interpretation means making sense of that data. For example, if your school's annual sports data shows more students joining in winter, it might suggest winter sports are more popular. What is data processing? Data processing means converting raw data into useful information. It involves organizing, analyzing, and formatting the data so that it becomes meaningful. Steps in data processing. Collection. Gather data from different sources. Cleaning. Remove incorrect or missing values. Organizing. Arrange data in tables, rows, and columns. Analyzing. Use formulas, tools, or software to find patterns or results. Presenting. Show the results using charts, graphs, or reports. Example. You collect test scores of your class. Then, you calculate the average score, find the highest and lowest marks, and show this in a bar graph. What is data interpretation? Understanding data. Data interpretation means understanding and explaining what the processed data means. It helps in making decisions based on the data. Example. After seeing the test results in a bar graph, you realize most students scored between 70 to 80 marks. Only 2 students scored below 50. This information helps the teacher know which students need extra help. Methods of data interpretation. Quantitative data. Numbers and calculations. Qualitative data. Opinions, descriptions. Types of data interpretation. Trend analysis. Tracking rising pollution levels. Comparative analysis. Comparing attendance of different classes. Predictive analysis. Forecasting exam scores based on past performance. Data interpretation is the process of understanding and explaining the meaning of data. It helps us make sense of numbers, facts, and figures to answer questions and make decisions. There are 2 main types of data interpretation. Quantitative data interpretation. Qualitative data interpretation. Quantitative data interpretation. It deals with numerical data, data that can be measured or counted. We use mathematical and statistical methods like averages, percentages, graphs and charts, trend analysis. Examples: a student scores 85, 90, and 95 in 3 tests. We calculate the average to know overall performance. A graph shows how many books students read each month. We analyze the trend. Qualitative data interpretation. It deals with non-numerical data, data that includes opinions, feelings, categories, or descriptions. We use observation, classification, and reasoning to understand behaviors, preferences, reasons behind choices. Examples: feedback from students like, "The lesson was interesting" or "I found the topic difficult." Analyzing social media comments to understand public opinion about a movie or product. Importance of data interpretation. Data by itself is just numbers or facts. To make sense of it, we need to interpret it. Data interpretation helps us understand what the data is telling us so we can make smart decisions. Better planning. Interpreting data helps schools or businesses understand future trends and plan accordingly. Example: a tuition center notices that students perform poorly in maths during term 2. It decides to schedule extra classes after seeing this pattern. Cost reduction. By understanding what is needed and what is not, organizations can avoid waste and save money. Example: a school spends money printing extra report cards. After checking that most parents prefer digital versions, the school switches to online reports and saves printing costs. Identifying needs. Data interpretation helps to find out what people want or need. Example: municipality analyzes feedback from citizens and finds many complaints about water supply. This helps them focus their efforts and fix the water problem first. Project Interactive, Data Dashboard and Presentation. Importance of data visualization. Data visualization makes data easy to understand through graphs, charts, and dashboards. For example, a student attendance dashboard in your school can help teachers quickly see who is regularly absent. Data visualization plays a crucial role in understanding large amounts of information. It helps us see patterns, trends, and relationships that might be missed in raw data. It makes complex data easier to understand and more accessible. When data is shown visually, it becomes more engaging and interactive. Visualization also supports better and faster decision-making, as it allows users to see the story behind the data. Methods of data visualization. There are several common methods used to visualize data. Bar charts are used to compare different categories or items. Line graphs show how data changes over time and are helpful for identifying trends. Pie charts show how different parts contribute to a whole. Maps are used to show geographical data, such as sales in different states or regions. Scatter plots show the relationship between two variables. Apps like Google Sheets, Tableau, or Data Wrapper help you create these visuals. For instance, use a bar graph to show how your study time varies across the week. Each of these visualizations serves a different purpose and is chosen based on the type of data and what we want to learn from it. Data visualization using Tableau. Tableau is a powerful business intelligence tool that helps in data analysis and visualization. It connects to various data sources like Excel, databases, and even live web data. Students will start by importing a dataset containing details like product name, region, month, sales, and profit. Then, they will create different types of charts such as bar charts, line graphs, pie charts, and maps. After creating the charts, they will combine them into a single dashboard that allows users to explore data interactively. They can add filters, labels, and tooltips to make the dashboard more user-friendly. Optional features like Tableau's forecasting tool can be used to predict future sales and trends based on past data.